Torrance Davis, Above Bass Anglers, Retail Therapy. I'm going to say a few things that a few probably disagree with me, but I've had this feeling for a while now, and I figured I'd talk about it. So, I don't like using frogs. So, we all, at some point in our angler life, we used a frog and we saw that topwater blow up on lily pads or whatever, and we thought it was the most amazing thing ever. And what it wasn't actually using the frog that was cool, it was seeing the bass blow up on the frog. The problem with the frog, and this is my personal opinion, very low hookup ratio. The way these hooks are, very low hookup ratio. If you can get the bass to grab the frog just right and squeeze and you get the good hook set, great, you caught a bass on a frog. And what happens is the first time you catch a frog bass, you get addicted to it. But what you're actually addicted to is those topwater bites. We all love topwater bites. So, I caught my first frogfish and I was excited and everything. And then I was missing a lot of frogfish. You turn to look, you hear a bird or something, boom, you hear that clap, you set the hook, you didn't get to see the blow up, and then you miss the bass. Or, this is Massachusetts, maybe a pickerel blew up on it. Pickerel can't get his mouth open up wide enough to catch the frog. Woof! Hook sets are free. You missed another one. And you don't even know what it is. See these little rubber legs? These little rubber legs are so tantalizing that I have actually had bluegill hit the rubber legs on my frog. Hook set, whiff. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, if I do get a bass to blow up on a frog and thick lilies, I don't get it. I miss it a lot, So, what was the game changer for me? The game changer was the topwater popper. So this is a Booyah Baits topwater popper. This one's a little different because it actually has a lip in the front of it. Okay, I've been using Booyah Baits and a couple other brands for many seasons. I love topwater poppers. Why? Number one, better hookup ratio. You get something to blow up on one of these, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get that hook in the fish and you're going to bring them to the boat. I've realized this through experience, okay? You don't have to wait until you see a patch of lilies. The other thing about frogs is we used to wait until we'd find it, we go to a new lake that we'd never been to before, and we'd see a patch of lilies, and we're like, oh, man, I should have brought my frog rod. And if you did bring your frog rod, you're only going to fish it for a minute, But you don't always bring your frog rod because you don't know what to expect. But when you see those lilies, you're like, oh, I wish I had my frog rod. It was so situational. This thing right here, probably the best morning topwater bait I've ever used. I've gotten money last season using these things, okay? Better hookup ratio. You can use it in open water to better success. You don't need lilies for this. If I see a patch of lilies, I'm going for the punch rod. I'm not even thinking about a frog. I do not use frogs anymore. I'll never use a frog again. I don't like using them. So, that being said, now that I have this love affair with poppers, during the all the discussions about the New England Bass Fishing Expo, I saw a company on Instagram called Different Baits. And I love the local bait makers, but if you're going to make some baits, you got to do something that's going to make me interested. So I kept seeing their post on Instagram, and then this one right here did it for me. Okay? And you know what I'm about to show you. Different Baits. Sorry about the focus. Come on. There we go. Different Baits makes topwater poppers. This is a little bit bigger than I normally use, but when I saw these, because I love topwater poppers, I started to drool. And I said, you know what? When I go to this show, I'm going to check out these different baits, dudes. So I went there. I got the bone color. You got to have a bone color. Okay. And I also got just getting to open these right now. This one right here. Okay, so I got a couple of their top water baits, top water poppers. This one's got like the tin foil in the middle, so it shimmers and shines. They make a lot of noise. They got beads in them. So this is some high-tech design. And he does some really great paint jobs. Okay, so I said, you know what? Let me check them out. So it was a little different than what I'd already been using. And as a local bait maker, so you know I love to support my local bait makers. Talk to them, send a couple of emails. I'm like, put me on your pro staff. I said, I know you're up and coming, and your pro staff isn't really fully realized yet. Put me on. Just put me on, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to be using these all season, as this is how I start my morning, with a top water popper, and I catch them on these. You know, check out different baits. They got some cool paint jobs, some cool baits. You know, if you're into something different. If you like top water poppers, like I said, I haven't used them yet, but you know, it's something different. Give them a check out. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.